Hey everybody, thanks for joining Wonder Repeat. Today we have the crew on with Ozark Overland Adventures. This could get a little wild. Hey guys.
What's up?
Hello.
I feel like we have the Brady Bunch going on.
We're just missing two. If Nick and Ryan would show up, we'd have it all full.
Brittany knows exactly what I'm talking about. There was a lovely lady. How's everybody doing?
That makes Robert, what's her name? Not Flo. Alice.
Alice.
Robert Alice.
Yes.
I've never seen that show.
Before your time.
I was born under a rock.
Meredith has seen
in a cave.
Brady Bunch.
Yeah, she's probably also read the little, what is the Prairie Girl?
Little House on the
Little
Prairie.
House on the Prairie.
Laura Ingalls.
Gosh.
She's not a reader. She's not a reader. What's everybody doing?
Finals
in the garage.
Finals week. Nathan's just chilling in his garage. Doesn't look like you're going camping anytime soon. You don't have your vehicle prepared.
Well, it only takes like 5 minutes and I'm ready to go.
Okay. So you got a system down and you just throw on you don't keep the tent on all the time?
Nope. The tent sits over on the wall and we just throw it on in about 5 minutes and throw in some boxes in the fridge and ready to go.
So you don't ever carry the tent? Why don't you keep the tent on?
A few reasons. It helps with gas mileage when we drive back and forth to work, and it helps keep the cover in better shape for long periods of time. It's not sitting out in the sun and the elements, and
retain its
plus
value.
it's just big and heavy sitting on the back
Aerodynamics.
and everybody's like, what is that thing on the back of your truck? And so I avoid that question.
I understand that. Ben, how are you liking the 23-0?
Well, I've only stayed in it twice, but it was great both nights.
For those that don't know, yeah, Ben has our 23-0. So
he's already looking to sell it to get a Global Road Outdoors hard shell.
Yeah, I need the extra 0.5 miles per gallon.
Yeah. Well, when you go to 38-inch tires, that's what happens.
We're not going to talk about it.
What size tires do you have, Ben?
38s.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's what I told Matt last week when I saw him.
Ours is still taller than yours, right?
Sorry, I'm missing something. Is the 38 smaller than your 37s for some reason?
No, with 38s, his Jeep's still not lifted as high as mine.
Yeah, his roof is taller.
My whole Jeep is taller.
The jail hood is taller in general. You can't use that as reference. Let me get a 10th anniversary hood, and it'll be the same height.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2015 10th anniversary hood. Yeah, it will match.
Are you taller than John's Jeep?
I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah, probably.
Probably not. Oh.
You haven't replaced your lift, have you?
Me? No.
John.
Oh, John.
Hey.
John, did you swap out your lift? Or have you still got the 2-inch? Did you swap out your lift? Or you still got the 2-inch?
So I had a 1.5 on top of that Rubicon, and then I changed to 2.5-inch springs and added a 1/2-inch spacer.
Look at that sexy thing.
Nice.
I'm telling you, now when we were in Moab, I thought you were dumb for taking your top off and everything like you did at Pritchett. I was like, you're gonna burn. You see that beautiful white head you got there? I was like, he's gonna fry it. It's gonna be red.
Talking about the Jeep, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He got completely naked on Pritchett. It was amazing.
Fun. It was fun.
But it looked amazing.
It was fun. Just driving. Even Robert said we're driving there next to the Colorado River, going there, and it was just awesome. Just having everything off and music going, and just it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was a little warm, but it wasn't. It was a dry heat.
Yeah,
Nothing dry.
That's right.
110
Let's
degree
ask
dry heat.
Robert, his passenger for the dry heat. What did you think about it?
I thought it was pretty hot. Not in a
He
good way.
bailed- yeah, he bailed on me and went with Nick.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. So let's talk about Matt's choice of Jeep versus Gladiator. What are y'all's thoughts on it? Because y'all have.
I have a
followed
Jeep. The Gladiator's still a Jeep.
No, it's a.
I'm sorry, what?
Here we go.
You
Here we
know,
go.
this
Here
is
we
what
go.
This is what I want to know. Do you think
You mean
he drove Knuckles more aggressively than he did the Gladiator? Does he just do battery views now? Like,
100%.
where are we at?
100% drove Knuckles like it was a piece of trash. Because it was.
He took more risk with Knuckles, I think.
no? I
Yeah,
didn't
look
either.
at
I don't
that.
know.
There it is.
Oh, there
No,
we go.
Good picture.
I've done things in Sully that I never would have done in Knuckles.
Yeah.
I can't get it
You
right.
didn't break very many parts on Knuckles.
I think you should have tried in Knuckles before you did in Sully.
I think he's driving the Gladiator pretty aggressively. I mean, for a brand new vehicle, I mean, he took it to Hot Springs Off-Road Park like day one, and we did all that stuff. And yeah,
Pritchett
tried
Canyon,
trails he never would try before.
2 months after you bought it or so.
Yeah.
I think Cara keeps you in check a little bit. She don't want you damaging it.
Yeah.
I've noticed that.
I mean, that's not false.
Yeah.
There's the real rig.
I was gonna say,
Although
That's a real truck.
I think we went with this rig whenever we first took the Gladiator out.
He did.
And this
Yep.
classic just was amazing.
Yep.
Robert, what year is that?
It's a '95 Tacoma, and I've already got some gears ordered and a front locker for it too. So
Nice.
I'm gonna put 39s on there.
39.
Three and a half.
We get some
Just
new
gonna
axles.
keep going up an inch by inch.
That's what's really bad is this just in, you guys. It looks like a Missouri Jesus.
what?
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh!
Hello.
Who is that?
Ready for-
Oh,
ready for
I'm used to the
Easter pageant or
ponytail.
something?
That's what it is.
Are you getting ready to
Going
play
to the
Jesus
Whitney's.
at Easter?
Christmas.
I am.
Christmas Jesus is a
you've known
baby.
this.
These glasses are strong with the
That's
season.
true. That's true.
Can you zoom in on Nick for a second there?
I don't know.
Make
Let
him
me
full
see.
screen. Make Nick full screen.
Oh my word! Oh,
Well, hello, everyone.
That's one way to make an entrance.
You need to donate some to James and John.
a
lot to James.
that's why I'm wearing a hat. It's getting thinner.
I'm glad we can post this FaceTime call for everybody on the YouTube channel.
That's basically what it is.
Normally Matt butt dials us all, so this is kind of like what this is.
I think John does it more than Matt does, but he
See, I thought James was the biggest culprit.
Everybody
Maybe.
denies it.
I have done it a couple times.
Michael Bolton, 87.
That's hysterical.
That's what FaceTime calls.
Okay, so let's see, Nick. What plans have you got coming up? Are you going to do anything with your Toyota?
Oh, nothing planned right now.
Are you getting your rooftop tent?
I'll
I
say
don't know. Just as soon as Robert gets rid of his, I'll
Well-
take the old one.
Today I saw that there's a Falcon Roof Nest Pro. Harry, that's what I wanted for Christmas. So
The aluminum one.
What's the difference?
it's bigger and better.
Pro.
The Pro. Pro
It's a Pro, obviously.
Is it actually bigger?
It's 4 inches wider and it's
Oh my
about
gosh.
2 inches taller, and you're supposed to be able to store your bedding and everything in it. So
I mean, that's like a wing.
It's like,
You could fly with that thing on your rig.
4 inches.
what do you call it, Nick? The Jolly Roger?
What?
Or no, what did you call your 4Runner?
Oh, the Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl.
Black Pearl.
Some
pirate
pirate.
Roger.
Isn't that Jolly
That-
Roger?
There's a ship.
Jolly Roger is, but isn't that from one of the cartoons?
Isn't that Pirates? Is it Pirates of the Caribbean?
Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah.
No, that's from SpongeBob SquarePants.
What's the
Jake in the Neverland.
yeah.
Mary
Flying
used to
Dutchman.
watch.
Jake?
Oh, that's the Flying Dutchman. You're right.
Okay, serious guys. We have a serious question coming in from Tony Kenyon.
Oh, we
He's
gotta get
running
serious
stock
now.
axles on his regular Rubicon Unlimited, and he's concerned if he does any trails harder than intermediate that his axles won't handle it.
I got
Any comments or advice?
That's false.
Ben's like,
Your
Go ahead,
axles will
Ben.
handle it.
Have
Don't
you
say
seen
JK, JL, what size?
One
tires?
person at a time. One person at a time.
the stock Dana 30 axle? If it can handle what I do, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be more.
I guess
than
your
fine.
question is what concern? Like, are you concerned?
My question is,
do you have the
what
financial
tires?
means to buy if you messing something up?
Tire
what
size.
tires are we talking about here? Are you running 35s? Are you running 37s? What tires are you running?
So the tires
that'll make a big
determine whether or
difference.
not the axles can withstand it.
Either way.
Pretty much.
Correct, because when you put a bigger tire on your, it's basically like if you have a wrench. If the further out you go, the more torque you're going to have on it. So the bigger the tire, it's the same thing with your C gussets on the end of the axle. It'll stress it more if you have a bigger tire on there.
Gotcha. Jason Adams said, "Isn't it Dana 40 or 44 axles on a Rubicon?"
44.
Yeah. And then Tony came back and said he has 35-inch tires with 5 inches of lift.
Whoa. 35. 5 inches of lift.
that's top heavy.
You can run 40s with that.
You want to trade? We can trade lifts.
Do you have an angry eyebrow? That's what we want to know.
Angry grill.
An angry.
No, Tony, you'll be fine. Go wheel with 35-inch tires. Go wheel the crap out of that thing.
Yep.
Go anywhere
Eli
you
said
wanna
that. Yeah, Eli said he wheeled his Cherokee hard for 7 years on his Dana 30 and 35 before swapping.
It all depends on the skinny pedal,
Yep.
especially when you're locked.
Yep.
Nick knows about my daughter with the skinny pedal.
I almost got a new rig out of it.
It was a new.
She was
You're-
Yeah,
terrified.
it was brand new.
I think
So for
your
that-
wife almost got a new husband out of it. Didn't
She
Everyone
did. Now
would've
he
been a
has
winner.
long hair. So my daughter, for those that don't know, obviously, we were wheeling through the Ozarks, and it was her first time to really drive, and she was off-road, off trail, and she did really good. It was like a 2-hour, it was a long trail. Anyways, she got confused with the gas and the brake. Whenever she was giving it a little extra gas, she kept giving it a little extra gas.
I mean,
In
that
the
was
mud.
It was a tricky little pop out of that mud hole.
What day was that on? That's the one where Robert had to tow
Day 3.
Matt out of, I believe.
No, that's
Day
the
3.
one where I was going to go try to help James out, and I got stuck right after that.
That's right.
So we were both stuck in there.
But
You
then
got
you
your
had,
redemption though.
you had to get Matt out too at one
That was a
point.
That was another
That
time.
was-
That was a
whole
different
different
trip, but it was. I think it
Yeah,
was the
that was a
same
different
mud hole.
Same mud
It was.
hole, different trip.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that was at Rendezvous that you had to pull me out of that
It
mud
was
hole.
a bonfire run.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Bonfire Run?
Yeah, that's
We don't talk
the
about
trip
bonfire
that made
run.
you go to 37s over 35s.
Was it?
So-
Yep.
Robert, what do you think about all these people going up on their size of tires and you and Nick having the Toyotas of the group?
I'm super jealous. I want big tires.
You got
Are you ever
35,
going to get a
don't you?
Jeep?
You what?
Are you ever going to get a Jeep?
I might get that Quad Cat e-bike Jeep.
The what?
There's an e-bike Jeep.
E-bike Jeep.
Yeah.
I never say never. I mean, I
I don't
love
think you can get 40s
I
on
like
that
the
thing.
Gladiators. I like John's JL. I even like Nick's old TJ. I mean, that thing was awesome. But
Yeah.
I love my 4Runner. I mean, it's super comfortable and gets me 99% of the places I want to go.
Yeah.
You should do a solid axle swap in the front.
On
That'd
the
be sick.
Forerunner.
You should do that on the
That's what you should do.
No, on the
You should.
Tonka.
That would be awesome.
I think it'd be cheaper just to buy me a Rubicon.
Yeah.
No, but it wouldn't be as
But
cool.
how many people just have a solid front axle Forerunner? That'd be awesome.
12.
12.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
looked it up.
you need the solid axle swap Forerunner. That's what
I did think about
that.
doing
Would be way
it for
cool.
the Tacoma. I really did. I looked into it and priced it out, and then I got to thinking about turning that little Tacoma into something that was a rock crawler. And then I got to thinking, I don't want to do that. I want to have it where it's capable to go long distances and travel and still be comfortable, and I can let somebody borrow it, or if we got somebody, if I'm taking my Forerunner out, or if it's in the shop or whatever. So I don't want to make a rock crawler out of it.
I will say props to Robert for always doing that. There's been many trips I know on our subscriber run where you like give your vehicle to, like, you let Nathan take it, and like you're like, here, get home.
Yeah, I have given my truck away a few times. Yeah, I just always come back.
I gave my Gladiator to Robert.
Yeah, I got to drive a Gladiator up
I gave my Gladiator to
Hell's
Robert.
Gate.
I rode with you.
I still haven't been able to drive John's Jeep.
You said it was boring.
You drove it stock one night. That's about it.
Yeah, out of your driveway, and you made me turn around after about 2 minutes.
All right, now that's far enough.
Come on back.
All right.
Come on back. So Tony asked, has anyone done Black Bear Pass? Can I
Every
see a
single
raised
one of us.
hands if
All
you
of
have
us
done
have.
Black Bear Pass?
There's a video with all of us in there. Yeah.
Shadow's
All
done
of us
Black
have
Bear
done it.
Pass.
Yep,
He
Shadow.
has.
How many of you have
Everyone
almost
here
fallen off
except
Black
for
Bear
Brittany.
Pass? Just
Yeah.
Nathan?
Just Nathan.
Because of that guy.
Water.
Yeah.
His fault.
You're good.
You're
I
good.
thought we were blaming Betsy. I thought it was Betsy's fault because she
Yeah,
was able to
Betsy's-
see everything and she was
I think
keeping
he's
her mouth
about to
shut.
fall off of that cliff.
I did.
Wow, he
No,
was
you're
pretty
good.
close.
Nathan, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Whoa,
Just keep
I think he's
going.
about to fall off.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny, though, because Nick was right behind him, and when Nick got up there, he was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Why don't you take a
Don't get me as
second
close
look?
as Nathan.
Yeah. So I have a guy that asked James Bertone, would you consider a WJ a real Jeep? Yeah.
Cherokee?
WJ, that's a
Isn't
that's
that
the
one of
original.
the Cherokee?
Isn't that
Well,
the
the Grand
second?
Cherokee?
Wagoneer?
The second gen
I can't remember what a WJ is.
after the XJ?
Yeah.
What do you mean by real Jeep? Well, it's made by Jeep, right? So it's a Jeep.
It's a Jeep.
WG.
Would you consider it a real
Well, your
Jeep? I mean, you
Trailhawk's
make
a
a.
Jeep.
Yes.
I can.
Why wouldn't it be
Yes.
a Jeep? I don't understand.
I know.
I
That's just
I kid with
I
John
mean-
all the time. Every time I see a Jeep with bigger tires than his, I say that's a real Jeep right there. But I mean, my word. I'll go ahead and tell a story right quick. When John first got his Jeep, brand new stock off the showroom floor, we went out and I had a built Forerunner already, and I was on 33s, and we went through a little ravine. I even had front lockers in. No, I didn't. But I got stuck, and his stock Rubicon got through it for no problem. So
No
the stock
lockers.
Rubicon on 35s is pretty freaking awesome.
I was on 33s that day though.
Yeah, that's right, 33. And KO2.
Technically a Grand Cherokee.
And I didn't use my locker.
You didn't, or you did?
Did not, because I was articulating. So you
No,
got
okay, but when I got stuck in that
on
little
the mud.
trench,
Yes.
up there, or to use a winch, you just
Yeah.
John, you do like to use your lockers a lot, though.
I use them some.
Easy button.
It cost me in Poughkeepsie though. It cost me in Poughkeepsie. It messed me up.
think so.
So that's
You think
that's a big debate that we all have is lockers and when to use them and if you use them. I know Robert's team easy button, John's he'll try and then he'll push
I'll
it.
do a little bit. Yeah.
Why is the big debate there? If you got lockers, why not use them?
So
Momentum is your friend.
I've answered this question on a lot of the videos and stuff. Somebody will ask, why aren't y'all using your lockers? And I said that Matt usually lead the group, and so there's people in the group without lockers. So he's trying to figure out whether or not they can get through it or not. And then if I'm in the back of the group and I've already seen everybody struggle, then I'm just going to push the button. I mean, there's no reason for me to try to get over something, because you run risk of damaging your vehicle, and you also make the trail worse for everybody else that comes through. If you're trying to spin and spin and spin, and you're digging holes, just use your lockers, and if you've got them. And Nick uses the rock. Was it rock control?
Rock mode.
A-track.
Crawl control, yeah.
All the time, and they do great too. So keeps him from slipping.
I will say, whenever I went to not Colorado, whenever we went to Utah, I've never had a vehicle that had lockers, like ever. I've never had to get one. And I know, Ben, did you get lockers? Do you have lockers?
I have lockers, but they're not wired up still.
But that's kind of been your thought too, was.
But like, well, my thing is like, a lot of times, like, sure, you'll spin a little bit over some obstacles, but eventually it'll grip. So it's like, I mean, if you're sitting there and just trying and it's not doing anything, okay, lock it up. But I mean, if you're just spinning for a couple of seconds and you're just trying to, move your tires over to a different line or whatever, it's going to catch eventually. Now, of course, that was before I did my axle swap. That was with a brake lock diff, and that would kind of do its own thing. And then that limited slip in the rear kind of helped. But now that I'm fully opened, I noticed it was like really different, especially on the subscriber weekend, is that like there are certain situations where my limited slip would have caught, whereas now it doesn't. So, it kind of
right
has
now
to
you're
try
just
a little,
completely open.
Yeah, it kind of just has to try a little harder. So, but yeah, I haven't used them yet.
Do brake lock diffs even work on your aftermarket axles?
See,
I can't remember how that works.
I would have thought that they would, because that's all just ABS, related.
That's an ABS thing, right?
But I might have noticed it a little bit, but I wasn't really paying attention, and I didn't really slip all that much to be able to tell. Yeah. So I haven't gotten real deep yet with my axles. I haven't had enough experience on them.
I think we have shown in our videos how well the brake lock diffs in the non-locked Jeeps and the A-Track and the technology in the 4Runner. I think we've shown how good that stuff works.
Oh yeah,
that's really good.
And Nick, not 4Runner Nick, but Jeep Nick, he got through a lot of stuff in Moab.
He did Pritchett.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah,
and he did have to winch a few times, but he got through. In my opinion, he did better than my 4Runner did with fully locked with his limited slip. So
yeah.
You don't have to agree to that, Cara.
Yeah, I do. Now, I will say I do agree, and I never thought about it before you mentioned it about how it does affect the trail for the people behind you. That never occurred to me. So the fact that you just said that just makes me kind of think, okay, that makes more sense, because
they talk about it in Australia a lot on those videos about how they try to use your lockers just so it doesn't damage the trail and also doesn't damage your rig, because you're not trying to use momentum and spin. And that those big tires, that centrifugal force, when it locks and hits things like bumpers and things, that grabs.
Now you're going all engineerish on us.
Yeah, it tends to break U joints real bad.
All right, guys, what are y'all's favorite scenic views while we were in Colorado, and the favorite trail there?
Nathan,
I'm gonna go with you, Nathan. Which one for you?
I think mine would be Pearl Pass. It was just so it was just so varied.
Yeah.
You know, we're going up this huge mountain and it's just rocks everywhere. Just
I'm
boulders.
pretty sure that's
you're
where
crawling
John
over boulders.
pulled his Jeep, like with his own, like he pulled it with the rope.
And we drove through some snow. And then we get up to the pass and you drive down and driving through aspen groves and more shelf roads. It was just awesome. That Pearl Pass was definitely one of my favorites.
John, what was the place that just me and you did that last time? That one little spot that was. It was
Alpine Loop.
No, not the Alpine Loop. I mean, that was awesome too. But we went and did right after Imogene.
Oh, Yankee Boy.
Yankee Boy, yeah.
Yankee
Boy's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Yankee Boy's gorgeous.
There's so many pretty flowers through there.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, James?
Schofield
Schofield.
Betsy's favorite is Schofield.
Puckered up from that one.
Probably the views was probably the Crested Butte area. Paradise
Divide.
It was
Paradise Divide.
Yeah, Paradise Divide. Yes.
You mean you didn't like the views from your little Switzerland hotel that you had there?
Oh, so we did stay there 2 nights. One night, the next night we stayed at the hotel. That wasn't bad either. That shower.
I got a shower out of it, so I didn't care.
And so did Nick.
Yeah, we have.
Me and Nick timed our showers.
The trail was it Taylor Pass or Tin Cup? Which one went through the creek or up?
Taylor.
Taylor Pass. Yeah, Taylor Pass was really neat.
Taylor was awesome.
That one was really cool.
I will have to say Taylor is probably my new favorite. I love Pearl too, just because of the way it was all different. But when we went Taylor, there's something about the views and the trees next to that creek that you're driving up. It's just, you can't do that legally anywhere else, or you shouldn't be doing it. So what about you, Ben?
I have yet to go to a place that I like more than Paradise Divide. I just love camping up there with the 3 little ponds there at the top, and then you can just like kind of see down the valley, and you can see the clouds rolling up there. I've not been to a more spot that I like more than that. As far as trails out there, what's the one about rolled switchback on? Which one was that?
Imogene. That was
Going up Imogene.
Yeah.
I think that's a really fun trail. But I think Taylor was a really good one last year, or was it 2 years ago now?
It's been 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I know our last Christmas party is when we got all those books from Robert.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, no, it was a year ago. I mean, it was a year this summer.
A year and a
Yeah.
half.
There.
Year and a half.
A year in July. Yeah. Yeah, a year and a half ago.
Yeah. What about you, Nick? What's your favorite?
Probably Imogene Pass. Just the
That
panoramic
hotel
views up there.
Probably that hotel in
Which
New Mexico
hotel?
Which one?
Hotel
in New
Montreal.
Mexico or the hotel
that you had
in
to
Colorado?
stay in on our way out there.
You got really sleepy and had to
when I
let
had
Ben
COVID.
drive.
I have
I
a
had
whole
COVID
new
for the
like.
one night.
I like.
Well,
Medications
that was when we all knew that Nick really had COVID, and then he was about to give it to Ben.
He was like patient
None of
zero
us
for
got to say anything.
He was patient zero.
All I know is that I walked into that bathroom in the gas station, and Nick comes out all right in my face and says, "I just threw up." I just start backing up out of the gas station.
For the record, Nick did not have COVID.
No.
He just didn't read prescription labels very well.
Yeah, OD'd.
He OD'd on Benadryl.
Oh my, this crew, you just never know what to expect. So Ruby Off-Road said the first trip in the Ozarks, what area would you recommend for a weekend?
Oh gosh.
That's an open question. I'm assuming that they have a Rubicon.
Well, if they've got a Rubicon, why don't they just try to do the OOA trail?
Yeah, first trip of the Ozarks, do the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail.
Yeah.
It's pre-planned and got lots of variety.
See how it goes.
And if you want to test your Rubicon, do day 4.
Yeah. I have a question for the group. What is everybody's favorite meal, especially Brittany? You're being all quiet over there, so I'm going to pull you out and ask you. What's your favorite meal that Nate has made around camp?
Yeah, so anytime Nathan plans a meal at camp, he always tests it at home first just to see how it's going to go over between me and the kids.
You're the first to have hibachi, I think.
Sometimes it's bad.
Yes, and I would say the hibachi. We like the grilled chicken and the fried rice at our house. So, and chicken quesadillas are always really good too.
Nathan's chicken quesadillas are better than Bats ever will be.
Yeah. All right, Brittany, what meals has he tested on you at home that have been a total failure that we haven't got to try?
Yeah. So actually, the hibachi, whenever we first started, he put so much soy sauce in it that we could not eat the initial batch of rice. We had to start over. It was rough.
Well, we always love Nathan's cooking.
He's never made anything I didn't like so far.
No. And actually, next weekend, this will be the first time you've made us white chicken chili, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm going to try the white chicken chili this weekend on Brittany, and we'll let you know how it is.
I'll let you know.
How about you private message me, Brittany, and be like, bring your own meal.
Well, we'll have
some
the
hot
jambalaya we'll have the gumbo as a backup.
Yeah.
So.
Is
it gumbo or jambalaya? Which one are you making?
It's gumbo.
Gumbo.
I can remember.
I requested the gumbo.
Chicken and sausage.
Where did Nick go?
I'm still here.
Nick has to
Just
go
grabbing
to the
something to
bathroom.
drink.
His activity finished really good.
He went to throw up.
He fell out on the floor.
He relapsed.
Oh, so someone said that he knows where Matt and Cara, James and Betsy and Robert live. This sounds.
Aaron's totally stalking us.
This is a stalker question.
Yeah. Nice try, Google.
John lived just over the bridge from Robert.
Over
Nathan,
the river, through the woods.
Yeah. Nathan, Ben, and Nick, where you stay? Nick.
I'm way up in the northeast corner of Arkansas.
We need full addresses with zip codes.
By the Boot Hill.
Terrible.
Ben is obviously in a college dorm.
Drive.
John lives where he has struggled with it. Where he struggles with internet access.
He's in a rice field.
He's out in the boonies somewhere.
About to lower battery too, so you might lose me too.
Okay. Well, if we do lose you, it's been fun seeing you.
Oh yeah.
Ben is currently homeless.
Pre-birthday.
Not true.
That's true. You live in a 23-0 rooftop tent.
We have a rent house now. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
That's in North Little Rock, and I live in Mobile for college.
Yeah.
And I have a Jeep that has a tent on it, so therefore I have a portable house.
Yeah.
And Nick lives in Joplin, Missouri.
Yep,
Is it technically Joplin, or do you live outside?
I'm in Joplin. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like you have been peeping in the window over there.
Yeah, plug that store.
Yeah, go see Nick
Shameless
at
plug.
Tropical Smoothie. John, are you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm good now. My internet sucks. I was on my laptop, so I had to go to my.
It looks like you're in Noah's Ark.
He had to go get his cell booster from his Jeep.
He just drove over to Robert's house real quick.
Is that like a real background, or is that like one of those that you brought in and you made the background? Like, is your ceiling wood like that?
Yep. Yeah, my ceiling's wood. Yep.
That's really nice.
Wood ceiling.
Is that your man cave?
No, it's just a big room. Everything's in it.
It's his meeting room with Robert.
The bro dog cave.
I'm in the old lady room.
Oh. Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah, it's real sweet until a real dog comes in there and pees on it.
Ooh. That's what that smell was.
You stay in this room, this old lady room, Ben?
Brittany did. We'll do what?
Did you stay in the old lady room at my house?
No, I think I stayed in MK's room.
Oh, okay.
I think we stayed in that room. No, I stayed in your man cave. Kellen and I slept on the floor in your man cave.
Would the salt
didn't have a
Jeep be
bed for you?
okay? Hey, Matt, focus. Would the salt Jeep be okay on Black Bear?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just don't hit the brakes going down.
Stock Jeep on Black Bear is not a problem at all. Black Bear is, and you guys all know, I mean, there's literally one spot on Black Bear that's technical. The rest of it is, if you get distracted and drive off the side, you die. But it's real easy.
Yeah, it's just major consequences if you go.
Yes.
But the difficulty level is not too bad at all.
Mm-mm.
Cool. So if this person, Backer Joe, Texas Backer Joe, if he was able, assuming Joe is a he, to set up a part of rural land in East Texas as an overnight spot for fellow overlanders to use while traveling, what are 2 to 3 things that would be on top of the list to make it useful? A shower?
No.
Dumpster?
No.
Place to dump
Not a shower?
Flat. Needs to be flat.
Flat.
Fire pit.
Some type of insect fogger. Remember that night we stayed in Oklahoma?
That was in Oklahoma near a prison.
I wanted to die. There were so many bugs.
And you know how we know? You left the camper door open.
And then it got infested.
Well, guess who had to sleep with bugs the rest of the trip? It was on me. I believe I slept outside under the stars that night because it was so hot too.
Yeah.
So air conditioner would be great. Air conditioner.
East Texas doesn't have air conditioning.
Campground.
I've lived there.
What you need is
I've lived in East Texas.
Basically, just an area that you can park your vehicles in a relatively flat spot. I'd like to have a couple of trees around so you can hang your hammock.
Mm-hmm. Hammock posts.
Oh, a nice little water feature would be cool. I mean, that's what we look for: something with a view or something with water. That's kind of look for when we can.
Wow.
You don't have you don't have to make
a water feature.
Cara and I having recently driven through East Texas on our way to New Mexico.
No
someplace nice.
There's
someplace nice to pull over. That's not a Walmart parking lot. Buc-ee's was nice. I mean, I'm not going to complain about Buc-ee's.
Yeah, you have to live near a Buc-ee's if you're in Texas. That's a good, useful spot.
Apparently, that's the only Buc-ee's that's ever let anybody stay overnight, though, from what we found out. So we got lucky. We got real lucky.
This just in. Henry the Great thinks Nathan should keep the ZR2.
Well, we're keeping it for now.
What was that, Cara?
I said, this just in. Henry the Great, he made a comment and it says, Nathan, he needs to keep the ZR2.
I think he is going to keep it for a little while.
Yeah. So tell everybody what's going on with the ZR2. Let's talk about that.
I need to know the update too.
Well, everything's good now.
His lawyers won't let him talk about it.
No, everything's good now. The engine was replaced back in May after the bonfire run. Everybody watched that video. You know, we got like 5 minutes down the road and it shut off. So we dropped it off at the dealership there in Clarksville and got the engine replaced. Took about a month and it's been chugging along ever since. No issues, no major issues. There's still a few small things here and there that need to be fixed, just maintenance items. But yeah, it's been doing great. I've put almost 10,000 miles on the new engine since May, and it's been doing great. No issues, no check engine lights, no problems.
Brittany, what is your thoughts? Are you pro? This is what we want to know.
Kara's going to start a fight.
I think he took your headphones with you.
Uh-oh. He's gone.
Yeah. Apparently, he doesn't want anybody to know what Brittany thinks.
Nathan, did you take your headphone, her earbud?
Yeah, she's got her own.
Oh,
it must only work out of one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, we've been married for long enough now. I don't have to say anything. He already knows something.
True.
The question that we all want to know, and that everybody wants to know, is it ever going to be wheeled in one of our videos again?
This is true. We get asked that a lot.
That's a lot of pressure.
I don't know. Just wait about 2 weeks and we'll find out, I guess.
There we go.
You can
Okay, Matt, how many of this crew is going to be going to Michigan? Is it Michigan? It's Michigan.
Oh, man. That'd be awesome if everybody could go to Core next year.
I would love to go.
It was
That's
cool.
a really long drive.
Matt
not as
drove
far
it
as Colorado.
straight, yeah.
Yeah, I drove home
That's true,
straight. But it's
I would rather
it's
go
so
to Colorado
cool up there.
than Michigan.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you only have 1 week of vacation to take, then yeah. But for those with extra vacation time,
yeah, for those
it's
full-time YouTubers,
it's worth doing.
Yeah. Delta Forerunner wants to know when this group is going to do Rubicon Ridge.
Wait, I didn't see that show up on here.
What?
Where'd it go?
It didn't come up.
I would like to do Rubicon Ridge. And I would like to do
Ridge or
We've
trail?
done it.
No,
Rubicon. You
Do
mean
you-
Rubicon Trail?
The Rubicon.
he's talking about. You know what Rubicon he's talking about.
Doesn't Ben already have the badge for that?
No. Yeah, he
For
put it
those
on
that
there.
don't know, Ben has a badge for Pritchett. He's never ran Pritchett. We're gonna rip
Ben
that
also
off.
has a
I
badge
think
for
somebody
Steelbender.
else. I think I remember
he's never
somebody
run.
else
What I
having a
have.
Jeep
How
that
do you know
had
I
a
didn't take
Pritchett
it off?
badge on it.
You
I
did.
did, and now I know better.
Yep.
I would have ripped it off myself if I'd known.
How do you know
Pritchett
it's
is
still
horrible.
How do you know
I'm still
if I
waiting
didn't
for
take
my
it off?
Pritchett badge to come in. It still
I know.
hasn't come in yet.
Really?
Wow.
Yep, I've got
They're
actually
questioning your authenticity because you have a
God's-
gladiator.
all of our badges from our trip to Moab. I haven't got any of those yet. I don't
You
have
think it's
Cliffhanger.
because
I
you
don't
have a
have
gladiator? Maybe you were the
No.
first gladiator ever to do Pritchett.
I got
No.
on
They're
mine.
questioning it. They're
Or
like, at least there's a video out there showing proof. I
You
checked in
probably
with my
didn't really
WK
do it.
so that way we could give Robert my badge. I bet you they're really looking at that like she did not do Pritchett.
I can't put that badge
not
on
with
my
that
Forerunner
VIN
anyway.
number.
My Forerunner didn't do pretty yet.
I know, but you need to hang it up. Hey, Robert, somebody wants to ask you a question. They just got a 2014, I don't know what the SR5 stands for, last Friday. He's in
Forerunner.
Kansas City. Okay. Is it SR5? Is it Forerunner?
Forerunner.
It's a model.
Oh, okay. I thought those
Like
were all like TRD.
It's like
things.
that's like the Forerunner Sport.
Oh, okay. Now you're speaking my language. I'm in Kansas City and my family is looking forward to some Ozark trails next summer. My wish list is long. What would you think the first mod should be? And Nick, you can answer this too.
Yeah. For the SR5, I'm thinking a lift and tires. Really, I mean that's kind of like for everybody. You do a 3-inch lift and 33s, and you can do that without any major modifications. If you go, Nick, you didn't have to do a body mount chop, did you?
No, not until I got my spacers on.
Yeah. So I think a lift and tires is pretty much the first thing that anybody wants to do. You've got, I mean, I like the TRD off road simply because we have the option of a rear locker. But that's kind of way down the road. I think I would just do lift and tires.
Gotcha.
Winch.
Yes.
And a winch.
Nice. But that's going to be, you need a bumper for that. So that's kind of an investment. And I think Nick and I both have this C4 fab bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Road makes a really good one. Backwoods is making one for a Forerunner now. I don't know if they've released it yet, but I saw it at Rendezvous.
And those are super light.
Yeah, those are aluminum.
Those are crazy. So, hey, Nathan, a quick question for you. Everybody shows the good camping, but not the cleanup. How much water do you pack just for that and any type of environmental detergent?
Well, I usually cook with cast iron, so I don't use soap or detergent for the most part. I just use really hot water and a good brush and scrub it down. I usually bring, if it's a big group and I'm cooking for a lot of people, I know I'm going to have a lot of dishes clean. I'll bring both of my 7-gallon water tanks, and I rarely ever go through a whole one of the 7 gallons. But I always like to have that other one just in case. And I've got a truck, so I've got plenty of room. Bedtime. But for other dishes like utensils and bowls and things, I have some of that. I think it's called like Myers or something. It's biodegradable soap. I'll use that. I'll heat some water up in my jet boil pot and then dump it into one of those collapsible sinks and wash everything up in there.
Yeah, it's really nice to have cast iron.
Yep.
And you treat that big fire disc the same as cast iron, right? Or is it different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you just spray that out or put some hot water in it and scrub it real good and then dry it and coat it with oil.
Gotcha. If someone was going to the Ozarks in a stock Xterra, how capable should their truck be? I never knew that an Xterra was considered a truck. I
always say
it's an
that
SUV.
The best overland vehicle is the one you already have.
Unless it's a Prius.
You know, I mean, hey, we drove a Prius all over Colorado.
And by that you mean the highway.
I took it back.
Yeah, we didn't take it off road.
I mean, just go find out.
A StockX, not bad at all.
No, I mean, I would 80% of the Ozarks could be totally done in a stock rig. You just got to watch out for those few little sections that have the crazy deep mud holes or the crazy steep hill climbs, which
you can always turn around.
You can always turn around.
I tell you, the piece of gear that everybody needs is a tow rope, and then take a buddy with you. Then you can do a lot of stuff. I mean, even Matt in his Gladiator, there was some mud holes that he didn't want to do when he was exploring by himself. You know, there's just, if you're by yourself, then you need all that extra gear. But even then, you're still subject to breaking down or something going wrong. So if you've got a stock rig and you went to the Ozarks, just take a buddy with you, and then let somebody try it first. And if you get stuck, have them pull you back out.
Yeah, always check things with a big stick.
Yep.
I'll just send it.
Or send Ben first.
Yeah, or send
always
Ben.
Always take a Ben with you.
Yeah. For a certain financial donation, we'll give you Ben's number, and he'll send it.
Bet.
What kind of radios do we all like to use? CB, ham?
All GMRS. We are all Midland GMRS.
Anybody else not Midland?
Were you paid to say that, Matt?
Nope.
Didn't you get a different radio?
Oh, I was.
Let's talk about that radio, Matt.
I now have Midland back in my rig.
And what did you have?
The other ones were crap.
The Rugged Ridge, no, not Rugged Ridge. The Rugged Radios is currently sitting on a shelf in the garage.
So you just didn't perform as well, or what?
No, I kept.
Crap.
I mean, Cara had a hard time hearing me on one of the trips that she and I did together.
I had a hard time hearing you down the road.
Yeah, James had a hard time hearing me sometimes when we were in Moab together, and so after I came back from Moab, I replaced it with back to the MXT 400 from Midland.
Well, Carrie, I put a GRMS Midland in her Sequoia, and we use it almost every day. When she takes off one way, I take off the next day, the other way, and it's just an extra 5 minutes of talking, during the day.
Aww.
I know.
They use it when they're stalking me on the interstate when I'm trying to go home.
But our last trip, though, she had an open cup, and she dropped her handset down into the Coke.
No.
Another one. So.
No.
She's a little stat.
I don't know. Even some awesome group member gifted me a Midland radio for my Jeep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
much
sweet
appreciated.
I forgot about
that. Is Betsy's Jeep coming?
Can I have
this
that
weekend?
Maybe I'll wrap it up in Dirty Santa,
Yeah.
So Eli said, question of those he's seen use scottles. What is the obsession with them in the overland community? They seem like they would take up an unnecessary amount of room in the rig. He's a diehard cast iron guy, and seems like it would be hard to beat cooking those things in a good old cast iron skillet. Well,
only one of us in the group has anything close to a scuttle, and that's James.
Real scuttle.
I got a
no. None of us have a real scuttle. Robert has one. I forget.
Robert has a real scuttle.
That's right. Robert has a real scuttle.
So I've got the DIY.
But only John cooks on it.
I've got the DIY cast iron, and it's good when I'm cooking a lot of food. But other than that, it's just a hassle to set up and break down, and I can do just as good in a cast iron pan.
Well, and then remember, it didn't work well
at higher elevations.
Yeah.
And wherever we were this summer.
Yeah. So I'm really not sure what the obsession is in the community. But for the cast iron, I agree with you.
It's niche-y. I think it's niche-y.
Yeah, I mean, I know me, Nathan, and Ben are all cast iron people.
I will say
Cara,
that I love
Cara though
my
after
fire
2
disc.
weeks ago.
I love my fire disc, but I didn't buy it, and I would never buy one myself.
Yeah,
I was gifted
pricey.
that, but I do bring it a lot, especially when we're all together.
Mm-hmm.
It's just super easy to cook a whole bunch of food on there. Like when we made tacos, I had, I think, 6 or 7 pounds of beef in there, and it looked like it just barely took up any room.
Yeah, I mean, the fire disc, it's a very unique thing.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't
The fire
do
disc
that
is
in
very
just a
unique.
cast iron skillet. But it is very big, very cumbersome to haul around. It's not very portable. If it was just me, I definitely would not take it.
Yeah.
And, you know, like I said, I would definitely not buy one. You know, I wouldn't even have it if it wasn't gifted to me.
Now, someone on the screen has been asking for a scuttle.
Yeah.
Why do you want a scuttle?
Well, I used it this past at the subscriber run whenever we were making the taco things. And I really liked it. The only thing that I did not, I just liked that it was larger. Like, I think I would like the fire disc because I have more surface area than I like to like flip things and do all that. And so
that scuttle, though, your heat is only in the center, and that's
was what I did not like.
We ran into that with mine, is that if we're cooking for 3 or 4 people, it's just not enough. If you do, then it's great for one person. But it is a lot of hassle to set up. But I like it. I mean, I used it, and Matthew used it. So he's got a scuttle as well.
It went off.
Yeah, man.
But you're
so if I buy you a scuttle, are you going to start cooking at camp?
2 weeks and use it. I don't mind.
Brittany's AirPod died.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Brittany. There goes a lovely lady.
We should talk about Nick's cooking setup.
Yeah, his 1 egg skillet.
Backpacker.
What cooking setup? He doesn't.
What more would you need than that?
A plate and a fork.
Nick gets the leftovers. He gets cooked for.
Yeah.
You just got to look pathetic enough.
Nick, you cooked that hamburger macaroni
and he's
got hot dogs.
Everybody starts giving him stuff, and so he takes it. But he's got his food.
He cooked for his wife.
That's right. I made mac and cheese.
Nick, Set Power sent me a gift for some random reason, and it's a little folding table that is like maybe 18 inches wide.
It's Nick's size.
And it's got maybe, I don't know, maybe 10-inch legs that fold out. It almost looks like it's actually too small to be like a breakfast in bed tray. I don't know what it's for, but as soon as I opened it up, I told Cara, I said, I need to give this to Nick to go with his little 1 egg skillet and his little 1 single burner.
My 1 burner, put it right on.
Yeah. At our
perfect for it.
At our Dirty Santa, we're going to give that away. And then we're also going to give away some playing cards.
You didn't like those?
I've heard about these playing cards.
It's not a game.
It is a game. It's all the games you want.
It's a bunch of games.
But it's not a game.
Y'all, that reaction, that whole conversation in the video was 100% real.
It was.
It was.
I was laughing so hard. I was like, I just told her.
She totally thought that was a game, like
It was the elevation.
survival game. It wasn't.
Yeah. Troy wants to know Maris Adventure Park. Have we heard of it?
I want to go. Yes, I want to go so bad.
It's in the Palo Duro Canyon.
Yeah, we got to plan a trip out there. That was one of our options to go instead of New Mexico. I just didn't tell you about it. But it's a cool place. I should call them and see if we can come down there.
Looks like some really hard trails there too.
I think they have options for one.
Is it an off-road park?
Some double black diamonds.
It is. It's an off-road park, but they've got trails mapped out for overlanding style travel through it. So you can, take this trail, camp here this night, next day travel, camp at a different spot. And it's all in Palo Duro Canyon, which is, there's a state park there that you can't camp in.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, it's all private land. So this is like the only legit off-road trails through Palo Duro Canyon, which is pretty close to being like the Grand Canyon, just not quite to that scale. Palo Duro Canyon is pretty sweet.
In the past year or so.
Yeah, it's new. I'm sure Trail Recon's videos have gotten a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool spot.
I don't
it
watch
reminds
YouTube
me a lot
much.
of Southern Utah.
Yeah.
Videos I see of Southern Utah.
But it's a legit canyon. It's similar to the Grand Canyon, just not as big.
Is it similar to like is it like the Arkansas Grand Canyon in Jasper?
No.
That's all I know.
No.
That's the only Grand Canyon I've ever seen. Hey, Michael wants to know what cast iron, back on the cast iron, do you carry on trips? Nathan, what size do you bring?
Typically, I'll bring 2 10 1/4 inch skillets. If I'm cooking for a big group, I have a 12-inch one that I'll carry. I have a Dutch oven, but I don't ever use it. I've never really learned to cook much in it.
Mm-hmm.
Robert and Matt's usually the one cooking in their Dutch oven dessert and stuff, but usually 2 10 1/4 inch ones will cook just about anything I need.
Do you still have all your cast iron? Is your cast iron collection still on the wall?
No, I only have.
How many do you have now?
I have 4 skillets and 1 Dutch oven. I gave one to James, and I gave one to Nick, and
he
I think I
upgraded.
gave one to Frankie. Yeah, I upgraded, and they weren't crappy ones by any means, but I upgraded to some different ones, and I gave those away.
Would you get the Lodge black lock?
Yeah, the ones I use most often are the Lodge Black Lock series. Yeah. They're just a little bit thinner, lighter. The handle's longer, and they're triple seasoned from the factory. And
I have one that's never been used.
That's not true. I've used it.
Oh, you used it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Put some bacon in it.
Oh no! This is that one that we found in that flea market in Springfield. It's a Griswold.
Ooh, cook some bacon in it.
No, I didn't eat. No, it's like mirror glass finish already.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've cooked. I don't think I've cooked bacon. I've cooked. I fried something in it. I think cheesy chicken balls. That's what I cooked in it.
You wanted to take it camping, but I don't think you've taken it camping.
I was going to take it camping, but it's actually too big. I think it's a 14-inch skillet. It's huge.
Someone said that we need a full-size guy in the group. I think he's talking about his truck because I can see a Dodge Ram. I don't think he's talking about his hit. But
they
already got a full-size girl.
I think I'm now the fullest size guy.
That's hysterical.
I bet John probably weighs more than you still with all his.
No, I was
his biceps.
Confession time. I'm actually fasting today because yesterday I weighed 250. So it's time. We're going down. Nick,
Matt's not. Matt's going up.
Well, you can't have any white chicken chili then.
No,
I am going up.
Just I can eat some.
So someone asked us, and I can't find it, so I'm trying to search for it. But they asked, someone also said that we need somebody from Memphis. Only if you bring some barbecue.
Pretty close to Memphis.
Paul, what's his last name?
Paul Zaracha?
Yeah, he's from Memphis area, I think.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Paul just chimed in and said, "What about that tourist that's been doing the OOAT?"
I saw that. Was that a joke or is he being for real?
I think it's.
I saw that post.
I think it's for real. I've seen several posts about that, and they had to tow it across a water crossing or something.
Where'd they get anchor points?
I don't know. Strap it to the axle.
Drill through the frame.
I mean, yeah, I saw the post. I saw a couple of the pictures, but I didn't really pay attention to it.
Like I said earlier, the best overland vehicle is the one you already have.
At least they're wheeling it.
Way to follow that up.
Love to see him wheel it.
I saw those pictures and I had flashbacks to like the Gambler 500 crap. So
yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hop off here. It's good to see everybody.
Bye, Nick.
All right, Nick.
See you
Tell Brittany we said hey.
In a couple weeks.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
So we asked, do we as a group have a future big trip planned?
Yeah.
We've got like, what do you mean by big? You mean like all of us together,
Like out of
or
state?
like out of state?
Let's
Out of
answer
state.
both.
Yeah, we've got multiple trips planned. We've got one next weekend, the next weekend, and then we've got our cold water run at the end of January, and we've got March Madness in March, and
You'll stay frosty run.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
S'more in April.
Do what?
More.
The
More Expo.
Yeah, more Expo in April.
Yeah.
And then big trip we're going to do northern Colorado this year and explore new places up there.
And then take off to go do the Rubicon.
Yeah.
And somehow apparently we're going to try to do the Rubicon, but I don't think that's going to happen in 2022.
Come on.
So Lee said, yeah, similar to the Colorado trip that we all went on.
Yeah, we're going back to Colorado, but we're going to northern Colorado. Where none of us, I don't think have any of us been to northern Colorado? I know I haven't.
Well, with a camper, yes.
Yeah, I mean none of us have wheeled north of I-70.
What's the trail that we're gonna do in North Colorado? Get the cross.
Holy Cross.
We're gonna get the We're gonna get the Holy Cross Badge Trail. Yeah.
Holy Cross.
Yep, that's the last badge trail we need in Colorado. But then we're gonna go explore northern Colorado.
Has everybody done?
Do what?
I think I've done. How many have I done, John? 20? 18?
I think I've done 26. I think like 23 or 24.
There's your diet, Robert.
What's that, Robert?
We have a diet suggestion for people trying to lose weight. Gluten-free diet.
For a month.
For just a month, and you'll be your goal weight.
I'll get some gluten-free cream cheese to put in the chili.
Yeah.
Ew.
Cheese is always gluten-free.
Ew.
Tony said, have any of you had any issues with camp creepers coming into your camping areas looking to steal gear equipment during the night? What do you do for security or to prevent theft? We usually sleep with a gun in our tent.
Keep everything away.
Matt has his guns.
We take John.
Yep. That was
John sleeps in his hammock, and
one night I said, "No, that's just John."
No, the one time I can only remember something was the side-by-sides coming down to the waterfall in 2018. But that's about it.
Were you there?
Yeah. In 2018?
Is he talking about the time when you had a gun pulled on you in the Ozarks?
No.
This was
none of us. Nobody here was on
that fire run.
It wasn't a confrontational thing. They were just driving down there.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just like raccoons trying to get into the trasheroos.
Yeah.
Get a lot of army.
Yeah, no, we've never. I mean, with the exception, I've had one incident with some drunk side-by-side drivers playing on a waterfall, but right next to our camp. But I mean, really, we've never had anything stolen. We've never had anybody coming into our camp late at night. Anytime someone's accidentally come that direction, they usually turn around. So no, we've been real lucky. We've never had any issues.
I will say we all are followers of a crew of people that are from Arkansas called the Dome Life. And if you follow their journey, they recently had their camper, which contained their home because they're full-time in a tent. They just had that stolen.
But that was established campground, like a right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're at Lake Sylvia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but they weren't with their camper. They left their camper there overnight. They were still camping in the woods. They just left it there to charge.
What I have found that the harder, the least accessible the place is, the more advanced rig you need to get there, the less trouble you'll have with people. You have less trash. It seems like that if it's really easily accessible by most rigs, then you have more trash there. You'll have more people showing up. But
yeah, you
get off road and you come on some of these trails. I mean, you're by yourself out there pretty much. And the ones that are out there, I mean, like us.
Yeah, they usually have the same mindset we do. They're not gonna, none of us would go bother somebody else's camp and stuff. So
yeah, if you get primitive enough, I don't think you have to deal with it.
you always be prepared and be cautious, and be aware of where you're at. But you can usually assume that most people are like-minded like you and not going to bother you.
Yeah.
And we do carry our side arms sometimes. So.
Yeah. Are there any plans of us to do anything in North Alabama, Talladega National Forest? I didn't know that's where Talladega was. Is that like?
I'd love to.
No, it's a little bit closer for some of us than it is for others. But
it is.
Alabama would be nice to run over and hit a couple spots over there.
Well, how far is that from Stony Lonesome?
He's talking about within the same area. Yeah, probably within an hour or so.
So John and I did Stony Lonesome, last year?
This year.
Was it this year?
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Seems like a long time ago.
We want to go to so many of those places. Stony Lonesome and
Windrock
in Tennessee is good.
Yeah.
We could have spent 2 weeks in Windrock.
Yeah. That's the one where you have to have an app, right?
You don't have to, but they offer one, so it's kind of nice.
It's nice, yeah.
You just need like a East Coast little loop, do all the cool places out here.
There's so many places that we haven't been that we want to go. Hey, Travis, he says he may make it to more. I hope you can.
You better.
I really can.
Should be
Has
better
anybody
at Rubicon Gladiator.
He did. He did.
Yeah.
He just there you can kind of see a piece of it. It's a white Rubicon.
Yeah, I thought I saw he posted a picture of him washing it.
Yeah, he did. Has anybody done the Trans-American Trail through Arkansas?
Most of it. Yep.
Yeah, Robert and I did the large portion of it from the eastern side of the Ozarks all the way down to I think BB is where it came out, right, Robert?
Yeah, and BB's where it kind of gets interesting. Going over from Helena, there's not much happening there. Just flat Delta land. And then I've gone all the way through Fayetteville and a little bit further past on that side. So,
yeah. Okay, Kyle, you said that you're game for Bama. He's close by for the Mississippi boys. I think Kyle is the one that has the Bronco. Kyle, you're going to have to tell me if you have the Bronco. If you have the Bronco, you can totally come. You're now part of this group.
Kara's like, I'll go to Alabama.
Let's go.
So,
hey, Matt, is she still on this? It's been a month.
It never goes away.
This weekend, we rode a little bit, and the guy that was with him was a kid named JB, and he told us that his dad just got a Bronco Sasquatch package.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not going to take it off road.
We need to go to Alabama. I knew that was who that was because he said. I think he's commented before, and I follow. I'm like a stalker of him now because I know he's a Bronco guy. So if he turns his back, anyways.
Is that his Bronco you drove at Rendezvous?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
We were talking about the Bronco at the subscriber run with that first group. We were talking about how we were doing some switchbacks or whatever, and we kind of had the thought of what was it? The thing where it locks up the rear wheel. What's that called?
Trail turn assist.
Yeah. I was like, I've seen videos of that. Like, does that to y'all seem like it would just tear up more? Would you consider that a treading lightly feature?
What is that?
It depends on the terrain.
What is that?
It depends on the terrain.
It locks up the rear wheel on one side, and then it kind of the dig function.
I was about to say, is it the dig?
The dig. The dig function. Yeah, it's basically that. And I've seen videos of it, and like especially in sand, it just like moves a whole bunch of dirt and rock and whatnot.
James, it's on the Bronco. Basically, think of it. You turn it and it locks that back tire, so it kind of like you're doing a spin out. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of that just for that kind of purpose. I don't think that it's going to be.
Says the person who sends it on everything.
It would probably dig a hole.
A 3 or 4 point turnaround, though. I mean, you're actually traveling more distance over the trail, so the wash pretty much.
It would come in real handy on that first major switchback on Black Bear Pass.
Yeah, I would use it. Oh my word!
I've seen videos where they don't have to make a 4 point turn. It's just a one solid turn.
Don't you think eventually it'll create like a rut, like if multiple people did it in the same spot or whatever.
In a muddy trail, yeah, I could see it being an issue. But like on a rocky trail or in the sand or something where it's just going to wash back the way it was anyway, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice if they'd let us have that Bronco to demo out on one of our trips.
Yeah.
They have a Bronco at the dealership, so I went ahead and asked.
Yeah,
we could
I'll
do
take the
so
Bronco.
many. No, you would get a Trailhawk, is what you would get.
All right.
Where's Betsy going?
Bye,
It's
Betsy.
bedtime for her. Here.
Any of y'all want to get up with me at 4:30?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I
Nice.
didn't go to bed till 4:30.
We love you, Betsy.
We love
It's
you.
almost time to
need-
call this craziness a night.
At 4:30, you need to text Cara because tomorrow is her birthday.
It's Kara's happy birthday tomorrow.
Yep,
It is.
it's her birthday.
Yep.
Happy a day early birthday to you.
No.
I know.
I'm texting you at 4:30.
It'll be on Do Not Disturb. Go ahead.
Kara.
Love you. Give Monty a kiss for me.
I will.
Oh, look, he said he'll ask. He works at the Subaru. Is it the Subaru dealership here in Oh, no, it's not. We don't have a Subaru dealership.
We don't have a
I was going to say that Kia dealership always gets the vehicles that are like Jeep.
You have a used Bronco at your dealership already?
Oh, I've seen one here locally, right next to the 392. There's a used Bronco.
Was it a used 392?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's used, but it has like 500 miles on it.
They probably want like $80,000 for the Bronco.
I think it was like 88,000. I went to test drive it, and they said that I'd have to do a credit check before they let me test off it. Even
really?
I said, look, you can come with me. I just want to drive it.
I'd be like, passed the credit. I would have totally.
I didn't have time to deal with it. Yeah, I didn't have time to do it.
It has a
John
sport
drove the
package.
Bronco. What do you think about the Bronco, John?
I mean, I'd take the sport package.
What
color is it? That's what I need to know.
The one I drove? No, I drove one. It was good. I like my visibility of my Wrangler where the hood's slanted and then the fenders drop down. I can see better. The corners are really high on it, and so those tie downs. I think some people those tie downs on the corners they'll delete them.
They're trail
and stuff like that.
Oh,
those little things on the front corners are trail sites.
Yeah,
to help you line up the trail.
I don't need that.
Well, I guarantee you that he's got better visibility than my 4Runner.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Actually, I've sat in Kyle's Bronco, and the visibility in the Bronco is horrible. But it does have the 360 cameras.
Yeah, it does.
So
that's
pretty
awesome.
Cool.
It's nice. It was just I thought I could see better out of it, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see anything out of my Jeep anymore. When that rear window is kind of blocked.
You don't need to see backwards anyway.
Yeah.
We have a question from Tian Shoemaker. He wants to know how old I am. How old do you guys think I am? That's what I want to know.
I know.
38.
I know. Hold on. Let me do some quick math.
It's 34, right?
I forgot
you think I'm 34?
I forgot how many years you said. I think you are.
So Matt is 50.
Yeah.
13 or 12 years.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Brad Browning.
12.
Younger than.
The younger, it keeps going down. Like pretty soon I'm going to be in kindergarten.
Matt, was that?
How old do you think Robert is?
I think Robert's the same age as Matt.
I know.
You know.
Is that wrong?
Yeah, but everybody needs to know how old is Ben?
Ben is 19.
No, he's not.
No,
he's 20 now.
He's 20 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben's 20.
His next birthday is 21.
Yeah, not a teenager anymore.
I don't have to wear Pampers anymore.
He just started driving. Okay, so we have Matt, who's 50. He's the old person of the group.
Yep. I'm 49.
Oh, Robert's 49. Okay.
But you're about to turn 50.
4 months.
Is it 4 months?
Yeah. Nathan, how old are you?
I just turned 28 on the 28th.
He's a still. Yeah, he's a little.
Birthday
James?
Corner.
I will be 45 in February.
Yeah.
See, James seems a lot older, doesn't he?
Still enough to drink.
Why do you think that, Robert?
You're what? You got it going on.
I mean, he's proud of it. He didn't wear a hat.
We got the youngest one in the group is right here. He doesn't want to sit down.
I just love that you have a Christmas tree up already.
Yeah, that's our tree there.
We're past Thanksgiving. What are you talking about?
I'm not allowed.
Well, you're a full-time overlander. You don't need to be home anyway for Christmas.
Ding, ding, ding. Nick Tucker is on here, who also did Pritchett with us. And
that's what I said. I said you were 12 years younger than that.
I said 38.
There's that one few months there where I'm 13 years, and I tell him that he's too old for me, so we need to break up. Tien says he's got kids older than all of us. If your child is 50, I would like to know how old you are, sir. Is that you that's like saluting me in your picture?
74.
74. What is that? Is that a Boy Scout?
The Boy Scout.
It looks like
That's Boy Scout.
Is that the creator of the Boy Scouts?
How you know
Are you the creator, sir? He's the one that always asks where I'm at in the videos. I know his name.
He's the original Boy Scout.
Yep.
He's my one follower. Yeah. And then Ben is.
Are we setting a record for the longest podcast?
We are. I'm ready to go to bed now. My bedtime went off a long time ago.
Yeah. That's
Caleb?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. You
What's up,
just turned
Caleb?
16. Are you officially Nova's driver?
Glad you asked that after Betsy left.
I know. Wait.
Would you say honestly?
I'm staying out of it.
I have a feeling eventually he's going to get a different Jeep, and if Mjolnir isn't sold, my mom is going to get Mjolnir, and then if Nova isn't sold, I'm going to get Nova.
I like this plan.
But you've been coaching him, haven't you? You've totally been coaching him.
Is he reading off the note cards?
Let me guess. You've got plans for a 392.
Yep.
No, I would never get a 392.
I would be. I'd be so jealous.
No, 392 to me is to do what we do is useless.
And James, you weren't willing. Like you're pretty new to this. You're probably the newest out of all of this group, minus Caleb.
Why would you think 392 would be useless?
In the type of wheeling that we do, I mean, I just don't think it's needed.
Well, you must not send it enough, because that'd be great for punching it.
Sure, it would be.
Caleb, you just need to not listen to Ben. Don't listen to Mr. Ben.
I already want a 392. That's already my dream car.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have it and you want to ride
No,
around.
Caleb's the kiddo who I said, so what kind of vehicle do you want when you turn 16? He goes, a Lamborghini.
I did not.
You said something, a Ferrari.
No,
or
a Camaro.
Oh.
Okay.
Mine is $200,000.
Let me coach you. Keep Nova and drive it till that engine dies, and then put a V8 in it. It's cheaper than a 392, and you can put the same engine in it.
I feel like I need to pull up our text messages where Ben was about to buy a new vehicle and sell his because he didn't want to have to do all this work.
A two-door JK with a V8 sounds great for a kid in high school.
Dude, you can pop some wheelies.
Horrible.
James Paracon in action.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Betsy to drive it. Betsy doesn't want to drive it. See, I agree with Eli here. 392 is too much for off-road.
Then why do buggies have V8s?
Because they weigh 200.
Because they can, because they're sellable, because people buy them.
Because they're off-road.
They weigh a whole lot less.
Oh, you guys.
That's how you get.
I need to interrupt this.
Personally, I wouldn't want one. I just don't see a purpose for it.
She's a dumbass. Oh my goodness.
Dave.
What's up? This guy. This is my dad, if nobody knows. Hello.
Dave, did you come on to sing me happy birthday?
Is today your birthday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Oh, I can't do it till tomorrow. Then it's got to be. It's the day of only. It's that's how I do.
That
it with
was
my
one of the
choir
best
members. It's
birthday
gotta be the
presents
day
I've
of.
ever got.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Got to figure out how to put this on speaker.
Actually, Dave is now in this group, and he is one of the new overlanding Jeep owners. What kind of Jeep did you get?
Yeah, so I just picked it up today from the shop. Nice warranty information. A known problem with the JKs are the oil coolant housing. So, bought it on Tuesday.
Do you have the phone on your floor?
No.
Yeah, we need you to be a little more professional here.
You have 5 chins. I'm just saying.
I have what? Give me a moment.
Have you ever done a Zoom meeting before?
Here's Dave's view.
Studio lighting here. This is the 2-hour special of Wonder Repeat.
Apparently it is.
He's gosh.
I can't even
hear
hear
this thing started an hour and a half ago, right?
Well, I've been hanging out with my youth pastor, or my former youth pastor.
Oh.
Dave, we're glad you
Ben,
made it. It's time to go to bed now.
Ben, you need to get your dad some AirPods.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Robert.
All right, what's the question?
Hold your phone
I
up.
said hold your phone up.
Not that
Where would
way.
you like me to?
Oh my gosh.
This is the best we're going to get tonight.
My phone is up. What are you talking about?
Hold
Higher,
it up
do the
level.
angle.
Get your arm.
There you go.
There you go.
What does it matter? Look, I did a whole Zoom meeting last night for an hour and a half, just like this. in this
That's
very
perfect.
location.
That's good. But whenever you're sitting here like this, you can't even do it. Matt, you do it. Here, Matt's gonna demo.
This is how you were.
What the heck is
What's up, everybody?
All right, so back to his question.
Okay, what kind of vehicle did you
Jeep
get?
did you
Tell
get?
us about your Jeep.
All right, so I
And
bought
then we're going to bed.
And then I
Keep
have
in
one
mind,
more
this
question.
is-
Oh Lord.
Many people
So
are
I bought a
watching this.
2014 Rubicon with 52,000 miles on it, and an oil coolant house leak, and a tailgate that rattled with the glass.
Everything
I've
rattles when you get a Jeep.
I already installed a heavy duty tire carrier, Terraflex, and as soon as the rattle went away, I noticed another strange sound out the passenger side, and I'm like, why is the plastic moving on acceleration? And so it turns out the guy that previously owned the Jeep, he took the grab handles with him. So I was missing 4 bolts where the grab handles were. So I had to go bought some rough country grab handles and installed those, and got the oil coolant housing installed today. And here's the next warranty thing. I'm not having to pay for any of this. So I told the guy this morning, he goes, now, is there anything else we fix? Anything else you notice? I mean, we want to make this right. And I'm like, well, this is weird, but when I turn on the windshield wipers, the speakers make this crazy and then it goes off. And he's like, no. I said, no. When I turn my windshield wipers on, it's like the music goes down and all of a sudden you hear like this stadium roar in the speakers. So anywho, they
applauding the rain.
It's a bad motor in the windshield wipers, and somehow they didn't ground something right because it was all aftermarket. And he said, technically we wouldn't do that because we know these cube lights were installed aftermarket. The CarPlay is aftermarket, but we sold you the vehicle, so we're going to make it right. We're not going to charge you anything. I'm like, that's awesome.
Wow, that's good.
You know what they tell you
And
if
it
you
has,
have a rattle in a Jeep, right?
Yeah. Well,
Turn the
and I like
radio up.
as much as Ben likes Terraflex, I like my rough country suspension. It's kind of nice.
Said no one ever.
Said no one ever.
It's called rough country for a reason.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. But okay, so Troy has been asking a million times over here in the comments, and I can't get to him fast enough. He says snow wheeling is the bee's knees. That's a statement. But then he also asked if there is any snow wheeling plans.
If it snows, yes.
Forecast.
If it snows and we're wheeling, then we're snow wheeling.
Exactly. It's about how it is.
Oh, well, Nathan and I got to kind of last year.
Yeah. It snowed a little bit on us.
It was a dusting, but I mean it counts.
Yeah.
This Henry
All
person is
vehicles have
all for you.
issues.
Do you know Henry? Are you paying Henry?
He actually is Henry. He's been commenting with his phone down his waist.
Yes, all vehicles do have issues. Mine just seems to have more issues than all the other vehicles combined.
Maybe yours just got all of its issues out early.
What happened to your tailgate?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
We're not
We should
having
go.
this discussion.
Well, let me just state this right now.
Go on a little
Ben
walk over
rear-ended
here.
Nathan.
No, I did not. I was
No.
not even moving.
No.
You see
Look at that
Nathan?
cute little dimple on that booty.
Nathan front-ended Ben.
Ben.
Exactly.
Ben did that.
No, I didn't. You did that.
I did that.
You did like
You definitely
everything to your truck.
Yeah, I mean, we could walk around it for the rest of the night.
Hey, Nathan, can you show me your trophies?
My trophies. They're at the dealership. Apparently, the dealership has all the trophies.
Oh.
Oh, goodness. All right,
Okay,
the
well-
audience is leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving. So this is going to be like your own show pretty soon. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you all for taking an hour and 26 minutes and 35 seconds out of your life and joining us tonight. I've had so much fun. This group is, like this last comment says, it's just who we are. It's just our family, and we just love hanging out with each other.
Yep. A lot of fun.
Yeah, we like to pick on each other and, compare tire sizes.
I can't wait to see y'all in a week and a half.
33s.
All right.
Yep.
33.
Oh, I can't wait to see y'all.
All right,
Can't wait to see
y'all later.
y'all. Thank y'all so much
Bye.
for joining.
Enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.